Hi everybody. My name's Lizzi and I'm from Amnesty International. And I'm not talking for long, but just a little bit of serious stuff for you. I'm from the LGBTQI network at Amnesty. Amnesty International is an international human rights organisation. And our network fights for the rights of gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, queer and intersex people around the world. Now, Mardi Gras theme this year is History of the World, and whilst I want to recognise that our history as a community contains an awful lot of brave people who've stood up to injustice and who've fought the persecution to give us the ability we have today, I actually want to focus on how we can help create a more positive future in other countries overseas, where that persecution is well and truly alive. And I think we can make a difference in some of those countries just by writing letters, just by emailing people and faxing things. And at Amnesty we try and make that easy for all of you to take part, because I said this last year and I'll say it again, it will take all of us to change some of the horrendous things that are happening overseas. The Amnesty stall today is kind of over there. If you find the Gaydar stall, it's behind that. We have letters that you can sign. You can read them and sign them, you can trust us and sign them, we don't care. We would like you all to sign them. We have, just to let you know what our letters are about, we have a letter about Uganda, where they are passing into law the anti-homosexuality bill, which not only reinforces that homosexuality is illegal in Uganda, but it also makes it illegal for people who know that you're a homosexual not to dob you in. Which means if you lived in Uganda that your neighbours would have to dob you in within 24 hours of finding out that you were gay or lesbian, or they could risk jail themselves. It's going to severely interfere with stuff like HIV prevention, as well as create a huge climate of fear for anyone who's gay, lesbian, transgender, intersex or bisexual living in Uganda. We've got a letter about Malawi. In Malawi, late last year in December, the two guys, who I believe were in love, had an engagement ceremony. They were arrested after that engagement ceremony and charged because they're homosexual. Horrible things happened to them after they were arrested. And there's children present, so I won't describe them. But they're still in jail, and we need lots of letters with lots of signatures to show that the Malawian government that the world's watching them and they can't do this. And actually last night I was reading some news on the internet and came across a story about another guy in Malawi who'd been arrested. And it reminded me of a few years ago. A few years ago, I was very proud of myself because I made a 2.4 metre long banner for the parade. I made it myself. It was very pretty, it had rainbows, and it was very simple. It said, "Our rights are human rights." When I sat at my computer last night, I read a story about a guy in Malawi who's been arrested and jailed because he was sticking up posters in public places that said gay rights are human rights. And I thought, I had a great time making my banner. He put his poster up and he's in jail. So Amnesty's theme this year for our Mardi Gras season is Make Abuse History. And I would like to encourage all of you to take a wander over to Amnesty stall, sign some letters before the day is out, put your name down for our email list so that we can send you, sample letters and other actions later in the year. And it's that easy, and it makes a difference. It really does. I'll end with an example of a difference it made. Early last year, this transgender woman named Teki in Peru was kidnapped and beaten and tortured and had her head shaved and was stripped bare, and various other things happened to her. And that was all done by the local Neighbourhood Watch group, and she was kept in custody. And I think she would probably still be there, she would probably be stuck there. But Amnesty started a really big campaign about Techie, and things are moving along. It's not perfect yet, but certainly her allegations about what happened when she was kidnapped and arrested are being investigated. And every time that happens, it makes people stop and think before they do it again. So I'd like all of you, if you would, to sign a letter. Thank you.